getting out throughout the province. I personally am going to have an extremely busy summer. I plan on going over and visiting Premier Smith out in Alberta, promote the pipelines. I'm going to be heading down to Boston with a bunch of governors down there to advocate for a great free and fair trade deal. I'll be heading down south in one of the largest labor conventions there is to speak to our great partners in labor, and I think I'm going to be every other spot in the province. But we're going to move the province forward. And we always have to remember Donald Trump is attacking us on a daily basis. Had an opportunity to speak to the Prime Minister yesterday, and I know he's in deep discussions right now with the administration in the U.S. and President Trump, but I was very clear with my message. The ideal situation is to get a deal, and if that deal does not happen in the next few days, then we have to slap another 25% tariff on top of the existing 25% tariff on our aluminum steel. But I think the Prime Minister's doing an incredible job on negotiating, along with Mr. LeBlanc as well. But we're in very close contact almost on a daily basis.
So, Premier, is that, do you think that you want to wait, or sorry, do you have more to say?
No, it's fine. No, thanks, Benzie. That's all right. No, not anymore. I don't.
So you spoke to Prime Minister Carney yesterday.
Yes.
He told you about these discussions that are going on with the United States.
That's right.
I know you met with the U.S. ambassador the day before.
Yes.
Are you going to change your tone a little bit on the counter tariffs, like maybe to turn the temperature down because there are ongoing talks and you don't want to do anything to derail those talks?
No. I'm going to continue fighting for steel jobs and aluminum jobs. I have the utmost respect for the Prime Minister and his job. He's negotiating, but I have to protect the people of Ontario. That's what I ran on. I'm getting a lot of calls from the steel producers and fabricators right across our province, and we're going to do everything we can to protect the jobs. We're going to start onshoring the $30 billion of steel, no matter if it's rebar or steel beams or even in the aluminum sector. The aluminum cans that the beverage companies and the beer companies use, we're going to onboard that as well. And I know Minister Fideli's been out there speaking to companies to onshore everything we possibly can until we never have to rely on the U.S. with these tariffs. That's what we're going to do. And it's a $15 billion tax on the back of Americans. What the president has come out and with these tariffs, everything's going up, and they're going to lose a tremendous amount of jobs because of this. Yes.
Premier, what more do you know about these talks? You mentioned in your opening remarks that the Prime Minister was engaged in these, and then in a few days' time he'll be deciding about the counter tariff. So is he holding off on increasing them because these talks are going so well?
Well, I'm not going to speak on behalf of the Prime Minister. I just know that they're right at the brink. They're working hard around the clock to try to get a deal. Now, we know President Trump, he wakes up in the morning, he could change his mind, and we'll be monitoring and discussing this with the Prime Minister on a daily basis until they get a deal or they don't get a deal. And let's just all hope they get a deal, but if they don't, we have to come out guns a-blazing and make sure that the American people understand it's not against them. And I know a lot of Congress people and senators and governors that I talk to, they want a deal. They want to get a deal as quickly as possible. That's the ideal situation.
Are you taking the Prime Minister's lead on when a deal can be achieved? Because in theory a deal could be possible for the next 4 years, right? When does guns a-blazing start?
Well, I think guns a-blazing starts if President Trump says, no, we don't have a deal, we're going to continue tariffing your country. I find it ironic that China is getting a better treatment than its closest friends and allies. That's unacceptable. We should be the first country in line to get a fair trade deal because it benefits America.